AI is only as powerful as the platform it's built into. That's why it's no surprise that more than 85% of the Fortune 500 use the ServiceNow AI platform. While other platforms duct tape tools together, ServiceNow seamlessly unifies people, data, workflows, and AI, connecting every corner of your business. And with AI agents working together autonomously, anyone in any department can focus on the work that matters most. Learn how ServiceNow puts AI to work for people at ServiceNow.com. Hey everyone, welcome to Quick Serve, brought to you by ServiceNow. If you want to, do us a solid and subscribe. Something we didn't get into enough yesterday was...
Whoa.
What?
You're trying to brush by something I really want to talk about.
What?
Last night we went to a wonderful dinner. We went to a wonderful dinner.
All right,
Sean, you would have loved this place. There's a Michelin star restaurant here in Charlotte called The Counter. Okay.
I'll say it.
It's called The Counter.
You have to go through it. Okay. So
this is great.
I just rub my eyes like I look like death because
this is great.
This is not great
for us.
Sean, I did something. I don't get embarrassed by much. I don't generally care too much. Like, it's all fine.
Yeah.
I did something and I was mortified by my own actions.
Okay.
It was like I wanted to crawl away from Earth.
Yeah, and so did Brooke.
The possible scenarios that are flying through my head.
Yeah.
It was bad. So, okay, so we go, there's like this really, really cool chef named Sam Hart who, won a Michelin star, Charlotte, massive, first one, the whole thing. He was doing a dinner where, you paid too much money and a lot of it goes to a nonprofit to help food insecurity in West Charlotte. He kept calling it the ball. Yeah, maybe we can look up the name of it and plug it at the end. But he was doing co-hosting a dinner with Sean King, who is a chef from high hospitality. So Uchi is my favorite sushi place on earth. It's from Austin, where I used to live, and still have a foundation, and I'm there all the time. It was like the Avengers coming together for a meal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so our friends bought a bunch of seats, and it's one of those places where I said when we went in, like, they could put pepper on a Timberland boot and I would eat it. Like,
it's so good.
I said, when you get to that level of quality with a chef that's that good, I said, even the stuff that you don't like is good.
Yeah.
Like, you could not like a certain thing. Like, we had uni. I'm not an uni person.
Mm-hmm.
Mike's wife, Rose, is a big uni person.
She would crush it.
But you eat it and you don't even think about it. Like, it's not as if there's going to be a bad bite. It's just going to be really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're ripping it. It's this tasting menu. We're having a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They're explaining all of the dishes. It's like theater seating around a counter.
Yeah.
They're just ripping rap music. It was
great playlist.
It was the best, right? And so I'm talking with our friend Durham, and we're talking about, I don't know, we're probably talking about like politics or something. And we're like, I'm engaged, right?
Yeah.
And we had just had this
amuse-bouche.
Shut up. So we're going to get to the part where you can be uppity. Just save your amuse-bouching for a second. So I'm kind of looking to my left, and my plate's just generally a little bit to my right. We're talking kind of across. Brooke is there, and we're talking. And we had just finished this, like, it was like a cleanser.
Amuse-bouche.
God, you're such a douchebag. So a little fruit, little thing, eat a little bit now, eat a little bit later. They give instructions with everything. It's like, I'm fully in. Anything they put in front of me, I'm just out, done.
It's so good.
Oh no.
So I finish it. I look to my right. I'm like talking. I look to my right, and I'm like, oh my God, this looks sick. It's like a marshmallow.
Well, just a little plate.
Like it's like this big. It looks like, I'm like, oh, this is
curated marshmallow.
Anything in my mouth. In my mouth, Brooke goes, you just ate the hand towel.
This thing looked like a little marshmallow. And in Andy's defense, the person bringing them around, she literally looked at me. I was the first person to get it. She goes, don't eat this. It's a hand towel.
I wish you would have said that to me.
Oh my God.
So for those of you on YouTube, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to show you what happened from here, okay? I have a little piece of paper that's about the size of the marshmallow, okay? I'm holding it. That's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah, it was rolled up even tighter than that.
And it's one of those towels where once it gets water, it expands. Really cool thing. So it's not like a big towel. It was like a little thing. And it was sitting there. I was like, it was right on the side of my plate where a napkin towel would be, I guess. So I just fired it, and it's in my mouth. Right? And Brooke goes, she goes, you just ate the towel.
Oh,
you just ate the towel. And
oh my God.
Everyone, this is like high level. You know, it's one of the things where the chefs are watching you eat. I go, okay, don't look up for 5 seconds. And then when you do, tell me who saw it. Look up. And she goes, I know someone saw it. I don't know who. Maybe these over to the left. So I just went, okay. And so I just went like, and I just kind of put it into my back into my hands. And then I was like, my panic move was I just wiped my hands to where, because at that point my mind went to like the story of, did you see the guy who ate the towel?
Yeah.
And then I wanted someone to be like, no, I saw him, like, I actually saw him wiping his hands down excessively.
Yeah.
I'd rather be the person that wipes his hands down too much and it's weird. So I'm hoping that would override the story about me eating it.
No. I need to get this security footage.
Oh my God.
I was so
Rose said she was gonna write to Sam today and see if we could get it.
Oh God, it's there. It was so bad, and then the only thing was that I like
so good.
My first one wasn't to like spit out, go like it was to like, okay, what's the situation? I'm in trouble.
At least you still had the rest of your amuse-bouche.
There was nothing
to cleanse.
No, it was the only point in the entire meal where there was a desert of no food in front of me. Like it was the only thing there. So yeah, I ate a towel napkin at a fancy dinner.
I do like how the towel just sat in your mouth for.
It was just there for a second, and then it was kind of like
disgusting.
And then it was just like we had like 10 friends there, like 5 couples, and it was just like a ripple effect. You could see it down the line. Everyone going, "You just ate a fucking towel."
Yeah,
that's so good.
Just ate the towel.
Damn. Well, they have 3 nonprofits, but the one you were referring to about food insecurities is it's actually called The Bulb.
The wet bulb?
The wet bulb. It's not
the bulb.
It's called The Bulb.
It's really cool.
Go to counterclt.com. You can scroll down to the bottom. They have 3 501c. They're really cool. They
great food.
Do a great job.
The towels taste great also.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for that.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
Can I I'm glad you did that.
Tennis.
You want to like actually talk about
tennis?
Anything else or?
No, just tennis.
It was not, me eating the towel was not a perfect delivery. I'll tell you that much right now.
So good.
Whoops.
Before we get to the ones for our quick serve went 41 minutes yesterday.
Yeah, it was not very quick.
No, it was like a longer served.
Yeah.
I didn't get to Jovic and Sabalenka as much as I wanted to.
Yeah.
Sabalenka is the best player in the world for a reason. We all have that match if you're Jovic where even if I think she's going to be top of the game, you all have that match where it's like, oh, there are levels to this thing. And Sabalenka took that threat seriously. She was dialed. Like that's the best she's played by far in the tournament. But you know, she's a physical freight train. And you're standing on the tracks. It's just tough.
It's like welcome to the show, kid.
Yeah, I don't think anything different about Jovic than I did before that match. Yeah. She's just 18. She's still developing, physically, mentally, strategically, all of those things. When the number 1 player in the world plays great, they normally win handily. Mm-hmm. It's very simple, right? And so now we also know, like, okay, if you don't have the firepower of Sabalenka, Jovic is going to be a real problem for you. If you have the firepower of a Sabalenka or whoever else, and you can land them consistently, then she still has some work to do. That's it.
Yeah,
it's very simple. I don't generally change my opinion in a massive way on a result. I put more stock in the month of Jovic than I do in the hour that she was playing Sabalenka and was just completely overmatched at this point in her career. Mm-hmm. Happens. I was 17. I played Andre twice in the first 2 tournaments I ever won a match in. I ended up playing him when he was like number 1 in the world. And it's like, oh, yeah, I'm a good prospect. This is different.
Yeah.
This is very different. But
that's cool.
I don't think anything. I thought it was the best match Sabalenka's played. I don't think Sabalenka had played great in this tournament so far. And I think that was by far the best match that she played and looked like Sabalenka. The 2 matches are pretty straightforward. Pegula, Anisimova, 2 and 6. Jess looked great from the word go. Amanda looked uneasy. She looked like
just uncomfortable.
Panicked, trying to figure it out. It was like she was looking at her box. It was emoting in almost like what the word is. I don't want to be dramatic, like almost desperate. Like it just seemed anxious out on the court, and Jess kind of seemed like the opposite. But remember way back when, like 2 years ago, when the narrative was just constantly Jess hasn't made it past the quarterfinals of a slam?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case anymore. We like to talk about things when it's a weird stat, and now it's just like, no, we can get on with our day, but we need to acknowledge progress before we get on with our day.
Yeah,
Jess looks great.
I saw a stat from her. She is now 30-3 versus Americans since 2023.
Pegula?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as if there's not like great American players. No. I mean, Americans are winning everything. She's 30-3.
That's what Megan from the newsletter sent me.
Wow.
30-3 versus Americans since 2023.
I mean, that's a massive stat. We have the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy crap. That's a big number. That's a massive. I would have been way off on that guess, by the way.
Yeah.
Rybakina beats Swiatek. I felt like Iga was kind of trying to find her way, and she was forcing.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like she was trying to get out of the rallies pretty quickly. 10 winners, and a lot of that, you do a lot of things because you respect your opponent, think you have to do things against them. 10 winners and 25 errors. If you tell anyone that that's the stat line for Iga coming out of the match, there's not a lot of takers on it being a win for her against Rybakina. But Rybakina looks great. I mean, she's carried the momentum from last year. She is not scared to play the top players. There's no doubt about that. She is one of the top players. I don't think I had the stones to take her like JW did. JW had her winning.
Yeah, he has her
I
winning.
had Iga safer bet, I guess. But in this head-to-head, I mean, I said at the end of yesterday's show, I don't know. It's a pick'em. I don't know.
What do you think about the turnaround? They're playing right away. They're in the late match.
It's 2 out of 3 sets. It's like Rybakina and Pegula are both making the same turn.
Yep.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it's what they do every week. They play 2 out of 3 sets and they play multiple days in a row. Now the pressure sets are different, which does have a toll mentally, which then has a toll physically. I don't think it's that big of a deal. At some point you have to reset the draw, and you can't have you have to have the same amount of rest before the final. So you have to reset during the semis. That's just the way it works. I don't think it has any effect on the rest of the tournament at all. I don't think Sabalenka and Svitolina are sitting there saying we have a massive advantage because they played 2 sets of tennis yesterday. I don't think it matters. Sabalenka 5-1 against Svitolina. Svitolina beat her the second time they ever played. Sabalenka has reeled off 4 in a row. I said the other day, I think it's the best Svitolina's looked. The way she played against Coco, the way she's been playing for the first 4 weeks of the year. It's not as if she showed up in Australia and had a good match. She's been playing this way for 3 weeks. Fitter, moving better, hitting better. It's just a matter of, against Coco, she was getting the first strike in 80% of the rallies. Coco's ball was getting up a little bit. She was able to get on that second serve. I don't know that Svitolina is going to be able to get on the front foot against Sabalenka the way that she was against Coco. So I would guard against going, oh, she played great against Coco, therefore she's going to play great against Sabalenka. Matchups matter. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about it a little bit later in the show with Sinner and Shelton. You've been playing as well as you want. The matchups matter, and they matter more once you go up the register of skill.
Okay.
And you have someone that can expose or impose themselves, expose you or impose themselves on you. So I still like Sabalenka in that one. But still, what a story it would be if Svitolina made her first slam final. It would be pretty great. Pegula, Rybakina, 3-3 overall. Rybakina won last year indoors in Saudi. I don't know how relevant that is to this tournament. And then they played 2023. Pegula won once, Rybakina won once, and then 2022. So there's not, for 2 top players, they haven't played a lot in the last 3 years. So this is kind of, I don't know how much stock you put in it. Like, they can both play. They both like the surface. They're both playing well. I mean, I think the one thing that you can point to as a massive difference between the two is Rybakina's first serve, right? She will get, she'll have a 30-love lead in more service games without having to have done much work. I love Jess. I think Jess is fantastic. That stat that you had where she's 30-3 against Americans is like absurd. Last I checked, Rybakina is not American. I don't know. Rybakina was pretty impressive against Iga. To kind of have Iga all out of sorts to where she's taking a break after the first set and like kind of being a little petulant with her coaching box. Like it almost looks, she's like, what do I do? Like, it's not easy against someone who's won 6 majors. I think I like Rybakina there, and then the old J-Dub Andy showdown if it's Sabalenka, Rybakina in the final. But that's where I think that is. Next we go to it sucks when someone's playing great and they're winning. Even if you're like the biggest Novak fan in the world, you don't feel great about Musetti being hurt. It's not. I mean, you saw Novak. He's like, he didn't even want to talk. Mm-hmm. What do you think? He's like, I don't even want to talk. I just feel bad. I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, you know, he actually said, I don't know what to say except I feel really sorry for him. He was the far better player. Yep. I was on my way home tonight.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know why we need to comment when Novak nailed it.
Yeah.
Sean, you were saying Musetti, he was kind of self-diagnosing situation?
Yeah, so he had a quote. He said, I'm kind of secure that this is a tear, unfortunately. I was just curious. I mean, he's not a doctor. Is that for an athlete, is it pretty easy to tell when you've got a tear?
He was referring to something in his right leg, right?
It's like an adductor hip something situation, high groin. He was like, I couldn't tape it. It was too high, which is accurate. Yeah, I think you know. And also, I don't know his injury history enough. I'm sure someone will Google the shit out of this and say you should have known. But if it's something you've done before, I think you know also. If like there's a familiarity with an injury, like you know, like Osaka in the ab injury, it's like she did it again.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's like a recurring, you kind of just know. He said he started feeling at the beginning of the second set, kind of played through from there. There's not much to say. He was playing great. Do we analyze the 2 sets where he was playing great and then reverse course to Novak having to play center now? I don't know. Seems like wasted breath a little bit. I don't know that we want to grandstand on it. Novak's played 2 sets where he got outplayed by his own admission in the last week. You know, going into center, I don't know that that's a great thing. Like it's weird because we need so much to go right in tennis. I'm sitting here a week ago saying he just needs less time on court. He's gotten a lot less time on court. Yeah. But the time he has spent on court, you know, he got knocked around a little bit by Musetti. So I don't know what that does for him. Or is it just like, I don't know, I'm here. You know, it's not as if I guess Novak having won 24 majors, which is still stupid to say out loud. Like it's absurd.
Yeah.
If anyone can reset and just be like, well, we're here now. You know, Yannick did it last year at Wimbledon. You know, with Dimitrov, and that takes a certain skill set mentally too. So I don't know. I think we focus more there than on. You just hope that you hope it with Musetti. It's a month long. I'm out and not a 3 months, 4 months. At this point, you're just hoping for less tournaments missed. February's, there's important tournaments, but it's light-ish. It's not as if you're leading up to a slam. It's not as if this happened at Wimbledon or at the French Open. And now you're looking down the barrel at Wimbledon 3 weeks later. So if you could choose where to have this, maybe you try to, you know, let's see if we can get back for, you know, the big run of Master Series events if you're Musetti. But it just stinks. You know, you're staring down the barrel of Novak and then Sinner. Tough to feel good about that prospect if you don't feel good physically.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. But it's just disappointing. You don't want to see it end like that. Novak, listen, I'm sure he's happy that he's still on the run for 25, but probably doesn't feel great about it.
Anything can happen.
Yeah. And I don't know. Like, people are like, oh, he's lucky. I'm like, I don't know. This like 20 years later, you get some breaks in a major. Like, I don't, you know.
Glad it's finally working out for him.
Yeah, it's not as if he hasn't proven that he can win these things when he's not getting.
I know. Here we are, like unsure, and it's like, what do you always say?
What's that?
Don't bet against.
Don't eat the towel.
Yeah, bet against the greats at your own peril.
Yeah, bet against the greats at your own peril.
But there are 2 greats.
I I don't know that this does anything going into the center match besides Novak just having a fresh body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he's down 2 sets and has to come back against Musetti, then we're probably talking about can his body hold up after a 5-setter against Sinner.
Yeah.
Maybe the only way that he beats Sinner is with Musetti getting hurt in the third. I don't know. We're stretching, though, for a storyline there, right? Like, sometimes it just sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Good that, I mean, we're getting a Novak Sinner matchup, which is like, you know, it's all you want as a tennis fan. It's just you feel bad for the guy who is, and it's also you feel worse when the person's playing. Like the Dimitrov one hit harder last year at Wimbledon because he had earned the right to try to close that match out and get a win. Same with Musetti in this one. So it just doesn't feel great. But, you know, men's semi-set, Carlos Zverev, Novak, Sinner. Either of you want to go out on a limb on those or chalk?
You know, I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 for a reason. I don't know. I still think
it almost got crazy. It was almost 1, 2, 3, 5.
Oh my gosh! How dare they?
What's what you said before the show?
How dare they?
Yeah, I think I like Sabalenka, Rybakina, and I like Carlos and Yannick.
Yeah.
You know,
can we get in on the Yannick Shelton a little bit?
Yeah,
a little bit more.
Yeah, One, I think Ben has to, when he's served, and we've said this before, it's a broken record, but like when I'm watching the first couple of games and I would try to go through Sinner before I started mixing it up.
Okay.
Right. I think when you have that fastball, I think you have to throw it and see if someone can catch up to it.
You're saying that he should just come out the gate firing.
Well, the decision that the decision, and it's not easy, it's not obvious, right? But like the decision that someone like a Sinner makes is when Shelton has to defend a serve against Yannick, he won 41% of second serve points. I'm not sure what his yearly total is or even in this tournament. Normally upper register of 40, I'm guessing, 48, 49, 50 on a good day, maybe even gets 60% because his serve jumps everywhere. So we're talking about a differential against one player of like 8 or 9 percentage points on second serve points won. Mm-hmm. So there's two lines of thought here when you're going as a big server. It's, okay, do I protect my second serve, which is kind of what we've seen Coco do. She made 75% of her first serves against Svitolina and won 42%. If I'm off by a couple of percentage points, the general gist is correct. Won 42% of first serve points. So no aces. All right, that's one way to go where you're protecting your second serve. But is that going to win? I don't know that protecting your second serve with taking something off the first serve is going to win against Yannick. Now, you may not get off to a good start. I don't know if you just, and it could very easily be Ben going, yeah, I'm a rhythm server. I like to get into a rhythm, and then I find myself serving better. I don't know that. We can't sit here and say we don't know those feelings. What do you mean
by rhythm server? Like where he can feel confident that he's going to start the point out?
It's like an NBA player who, it's like Steph Curry knowing he can shoot from 26 feet, but going, you know what? It feels great when I hit an 8-footer and then I shoot 2 free throws. And then I'm in rhythm.
Got it.
Maybe that's the explanation. Maybe it's just we just don't want to. We want to minimize the amount of second serve points because that 41% number has been there over some version of that over the last however many matchups, which we've lost, 7 or 8 in a row to Sinner in this matchup, and some of them haven't been. They've been pretty straightforward, right? I think straight sets last year, 6-2 and 2 here. I want to say Wimbledon was straights, and then again. So, this is. I don't think it's a secret. This is the matchup that I think bothers Ben the most, even more than Carlos. As someone who could serve hard, I knew going in, and listen, my record against, I can't defend bad matchups because I maybe was the worst ever in a given matchup between top players. So like, I'm going to throw myself on the fire. And also, if I'm playing a Leighton Hewitt or anyone who's a great returner, Andre, and I have exactly one skill that's elite, and it's serving. I'm not going to take the most extreme version of that weapon out of play early. Mm-hmm. I don't think. Going in, I got to think Sinner's happy to see him, hitting a couple kicks on first serves in the first game. Because as much as Ben wants that rhythm, I actually think Yannick wants, the last thing, what he wants is to get a swing on a couple. even if he misses it and you fool him, he's still going to swing on it as opposed to like lunging and hitting aces. And, maybe it's just a matter of I wanted to get my feet into it. And that's a perfectly acceptable defense. Brian Shelton, Ben's dad, it's like we talk about father coach. Brian Shelton made the 4th round of major. Mm-hmm. He was 50 in the world. It's not like he's just, some self-anointed coach who's a parent, which we see a lot on tour, right? They know what they're doing. It's not as if they haven't thought of whatever your criticisms are. Personally, I'd have a hard time leaving a lot in the tank when ramping it up against Sinner. He's going to handle the off-pace stuff well because he's really good at that. Mm-hmm. But there's only so much he can do on a 143. Now, maybe it's just a matter of I don't want to defend, but there's 2 ways to look at that. Ben won 69% of his first serve points. If you tell me that stat, again, like the Iga 10 on 4 stairs, 10 winners, 25 on 4 stairs in her match, and you just give me that stat and I don't know the result, I'm going Iga lost. Mm. If you're seeing 69% first serve points won, it's under 70% against Sinner, you got to figure the second serve at best is probably like 47, 48. He's getting broken. Mm-hmm. Right? So is it worth not serving as high a percentage, but winning 82% of those first serve points? And that's the math that they have to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, he said that, failing to convert on his serve in the first set, he missed his window in the match.
Yeah. I mean, you missed the first set of windows, but like I think when Jannik starts seeing it, and then you have here it is. Okay, so if we have baseball fans, the way that you establish your off-speed stuff is with what, Mike? Fastball. So you have to set the table with that in order for the off-speed stuff to work. Like I was a big fan of throwing in off-speed junk at a certain point. Like against Leighton, he would be on my first serve, and on a big point, I'd throw in a 96-mile-an-hour serve, and he'd be ahead of it. But that's because you had set the tone on what to look for. Like he had to look for the thing that you've shown, right? Like if there's a pitcher and he's throwing 80% fastballs or 70% fastballs, his changeup becomes better. And I think that's it. And this is just, they're just going to have to solve for it.
Yeah.
And it's not great. There's not going to be a simple answer. He's going to walk into press and people are going to oversimplify. Well, what do you have to do different? It's like, fuck a lot.
Well, I mean, he said, quote, I'm getting to the point now where I'm getting stopped by the toughest challenge in the game for the most part.
Yeah.
And I do think that I'm close to bringing it all together. So at least there's positivity to take out of it.
Yeah.
They have a plan. It seems like they're focusing on something. So maybe it'll come together and then he'll go on a run.
I don't know what else you would say.
Yeah.
There are certain times in certain matchups that I felt lost, and I certainly wasn't going to go in and say that. But I don't think it can take away from what we've seen with progress from Ben. Like, he is better across the board, and this one matchup is brutal. Mm-hmm. Right? And I think it shapes up the same every time, and you can know what the other person... The other thing is, like, you can know what the other person's going to do. That's one thing. And people are like, well, they know. You know Sinner's going to pin him in the back-end corner. Okay, great. How do you get out of it? Mm-hmm. Like, everyone has the problems, but the solutions are the hard part, and that's why the players are out there trying to problem solve. Like, you think I didn't know that Fed was going to hit that short little chip to my backhand and say, you can't actually hurt me on this, so you're going to either have to shove that little shitty backhand of yours back into the court, or you're going to have to come in on something wild where you might be hitting your first volley from 6 inches in front of the service line. Both are bad for you, right? But, like, you're telling me, like, run around and hit a forehand. No, you can't run around short, wide. Like, that's not a real thing. So, like, problems are easy. Solutions against the best on earth are a lot harder. That's the breaks, Mike.
That's the breaks.
That's it. Do you have? I keep waiting for you to jump in. Have you not? Have you lost your fastball?
Sean actually has a perfect delivery of the day.
I was like, do I end the show or are you going to do your thing?
Yeah, Sean, why don't you give us the perfect delivery of the day?
Yeah, so perfect delivery in Novak's post-match press conference.
God, he's in on it too now.
Of course he is.
God, why not? Okay, go. Sorry.
I mean,
he's a company man.
I got up early to watch the Ben Shelton Sinner match just in case.
What'd you watch it on?
ESPN Unlimited, actually.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats. Look at you.
I appreciate you guys.
Look at you, guy.
Anyway.
Make sure you cancel after the tournament.
Yeah, I
no,
will.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Get out of there.
No, they were asking Zverev about what it's like to play Carlos and Sinner, and this is just the beginning of his answer, but I thought it was interesting.
Well, in the early part of your career when you were chasing Roger and Rafa for titles,
And now at the back end of your career, you're chasing Yannick and Carlos. Is it?
I'm chasing Yannick and Carlos. In which sense?
In terms of winning Grand Slam titles, just right now.
So I'm always the chaser, and I'm never being chased.
In the meantime, you won 24 Grand Slams. But I'm saying it's.
Thanks. It's worth saying that sometimes, right?
Sorry, I should have.
Yeah. No worries. No worries.
I mean, he's right. I mean, his point.
In the meantime, you won 24 Grand Slams.
Yeah, in the meantime, by the way.
In the meantime, I mean, shout out to whatever that reporter was. I understand what you were trying to say.
I don't.
No, I understand it. I don't know if it was said
I don't.
well, but
I don't think the part of like I don't think Novak would argue with, oh, I'm chasing these two right now.
Yeah.
But I think his point was, okay, so if I was chasing these guys and now I'm chasing them, did you skip over the decade where I was the only guy being chased? Like,
what a goat.
Yeah.
What sucks is that like someone's gonna play that and be like, "Oh, Novak was shitty with the reporter," and I'm going, no, that's a shitty question.
That's
why I wanted to bring it up. I was like, you wouldn't ask LeBron that question, even where he's at.
You can ask any question. It's like but like let's ask it. There's no time limit on asking a fucking question, right? So when you go, hey, at the beginning of your career, you were chasing these guys, and then you dominated, and now, similar to 18 years ago, you're chasing two guys again. What's the connective tissue? Are there any similarities, or does like a decade of ownership change the feeling? Are there any similarities between when you're chasing 20 years ago, which he was, and chasing now? Don't leave out fucking 2 decades.
It's a much better question.
Oh my God. Like that's the thing on Novak. But he's right to get shitty about it.
So
if you won 24 Grand Slams, I'd hope you'd want the respect.
He goes, wait, was I ever chased? Oh, you won 24 slams in the meantime. Oh, minor detail.
Yeah.
Just those things? Just those little things?
I mean, I'm sorry. That's as calm.
That's why his face is so good. It's
good.
just so like
someone's going to say like he was salty. That's not salty. That's the least salty he could have been.
I love it. I love Novak. He cracks me up. Last thing we have is I do think we need
Sorry, imagine having I'm not done. Sorry, imagine having all day to think about one question you're going to ask in a press conference.
All day.
All day. It's not as if you're watching a match to ask a question about a match. All day leads to this moment, this one moment where you ask Novak this one thing. And you skip it all. That's like, I guess Novak's delivery was perfect.
Oh, Novak's delivery was perfect.
Oh, I thought because I was like that.
It's not the question.
No, it's always the athlete's perfect.
The
athlete's the perfect delivery.
Yeah, we're like anti-media.
The customer's always right.
Yeah, the customer's always right.
Can't get out of the player side. Do we have anything else, Mike?
We just had one topic we wanted to touch on, but I feel like John's going to dig into it a little bit more in the recap. But this stuff with the Whoop device that, you've had Sinner and Carlos wear them, and they were underneath sweatbands that they were forced to remove them. Yeah. Sabalenka in the first round was forced to remove it. She is actually a brand partner of Whoop. There is nothing in the ATP WTA bylaws that prevent people from wearing the Whoop,
which have separate rules than the slams.
That have separate rules. So it is a permitted device, but they are being asked to remove it by the Australian.
Has there been a reason?
And they're saying all the slams are going to be removing it.
Has there been a reason why they can't have it, or are they just saying you can't have it?
It says the Australian Open is involved in ongoing discussions on how this situation could change. Tournament organizers said in a statement. Some wearables provide athletes with an indication of internal load, measures like the heart rate, which would give them a 360-degree view of the work they're doing and how their bodies respond. Tennis Australia said in a statement about the controversy. The Federation gave it, this is from a Front Office Sports article. Federation added that it also gives information to players, blank, quote, in terms of other data provided to athletes and their teams at the AO, players can monitor key external load measures such as distance covered, changes of direction, high acceleration, blah, blah, blah,
is the
blah,
answer.
blah.
This is bullshit.
So ultimately, there isn't much in way of a reason why. And I know John has kind of been tracking the story. No pun intended. Whoop, tracking. But I know John's been tracking the story. He'll probably have a little bit more info and insight.
In the recap episode?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was hoping that I was going to have, there was going to be a reason. I was going to be that makes sense before, if we're still trying to figure out, is an advantage, can they receive messages? Can they, I don't know how this shit works. But it is weird to me. Here's where it seems a little off, is we're happy to parade around player safety when it's beneficial, and we'll say the roof, and we have to defend it because player safety is of the utmost importance. Now, I don't really understand how players having more access to data about their own bodies, they can't change it. I mean, they can adjust, you can hydrate, but you already do that.
Mm-hmm.
You do a lot of things to so I don't know. Maybe there's a reason, and if there is, I will come on here and say I learned something. But having players understand what's going on in their own bodies,
shouldn't that be the point? To be safe?
Here's the thing. If we're going to do player safety, let's do player safety.
Yeah.
Also, best thing that's ever happened for Whoop.
Yeah, the CEO tweeted, Will Ahmed tweeted, ridiculous, Whoop is approved by the ITF for in-match wear and possesses no safety risk. Let the athletes measure their bodies. Data is not steroids.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, he's absolutely right. I don't know. We'll see what JW has. He normally knows more about this stuff than we do. Mm-hmm. It seems weird. It's also the most massive win for Whoop of all time. Australia screwing them over here is actually a net benefit. Remember when, back in the day when Taylor Swift won Video of the Year and Kanye came up and did this whole thing where he was kind of a douche nugget and said Beyonce should have won?
Yeah.
And all it was Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Kanye. This was she was obviously very, very established, but not like Taylor Swift we know now. Mm-hmm. Best thing that happened to her, brutal in the moment. No young woman should have to go through what she went through. And also, I guarantee you her album sales went 6x because of the controversy. This is ultimately good for Whoop, and I'm curious to hear what the defense is against it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it. That's all we got.
This has been Quick Served, brought to you by ServiceNow. Don't eat napkin towels. AI is only as powerful as the platform it's built on. With the ServiceNow AI platform, your AI, data, and workflows all work together, connecting every corner of your business. To see how you can put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com/AI-agents.